Hello and welcome to Manan Bridge for the 1998 Under-21A hurling final between Courcey Rovers and Carrigaline. Carrigaline team in the middle of the field there at the moment. Father, or Canon should I say, Michael O'Brien in charge. And Courcey Rovers, who are trained again this year by Billy Nyan. The teams are as follows: Courceys in goal, Seamus Hurley; full back line, Patrick Minahan, Gary Maloney and Adrian Collins; half back line, Owen Hayes, Anto Hegarty and Seamus Hayes. In the middle of the field is Timmy Lorden and David Hayes. The half forward line, Brian Hayes, John Murphy and Niall Murphy, and the full forward line, David Nolan, Connie Regan at full forward and Donald Toomey. The Carrigaline line out: in goal is Brian Irwin; the full back line, Shane Horgan, Morgan O'Sullivan and Owen O'Mahony. Padraig O'Driscoll plays at centre back with the two wing backs, Anthony O'Leary and Jeff Dillon. In the centre of the field are Colin Horgan and Anthony Kelly. The half forward line, Kevin O'Driscoll, Peter Murphy and Brendan O'Driscoll. And the full forward line, Sean Corkery, Nicholas Murphy and Rory O'Halloran. This game is eagerly awaited. Courceys, of course, are county champions by virtue of their magnificent victory over St Finbarr's last year. And Carrigaline, who are in the hurling wilderness for a while, are hoping to turn the tables on Courceys in this one. Both sets of midfielders there in the middle of the field warming up at the moment. The referee for today's game is William Flynn from the host club here in Tracton. Good sized crowd here for the game. Conditions fairly calm at the moment, but the forecast is for rain later on. Hopefully the Metmen will get it wrong again and that things might stay dry until the end of this game. Visibility at the moment, as you can see from your picture, is rather poor. Willie Flynn just checking his watch there, and this game should be underway very shortly. Willie Flynn throwing the ball in, and first to break away is David Hayes for Courcey Rovers, but the attack is broken up straight away by Anthony Kelly for Carrigaline. Anthony Kelly sending the ball low into the corner. Adrian Collins coming across with it. He loses possession for a moment, but he has it again, bringing it out this side. Ball is collected by one of the Carrigaline forwards and sent across into the far corner. Not out of play yet. Going across for it is Rory O'Halloran, but he's beaten by his marker Patrick Minahan, and Patrick sends the ball up the far side. It's collected there by the wing back Owen Hayes and added to, but only up as far as Anthony Kelly. Anthony has it, but he's hooked by Niall Murphy. Stalemate over there in the middle at the moment. Referee Willie Flynn runs in and points for a free for Carrigaline for pushing, and the man to take it will be their left half back wearing number 7, Jeff Dillon. Jeff standing over this one, waiting for the players to move back, placing it again. Good size attendance here for this game. Jeff waiting as referee Willie Flynn running back into the Courcey goal, making sure that everything is in order inside. He lifts it, strikes, it's a good high ball, dropping in. Full forward, Nicholas Murphy goes up for it, but the ball is batted away by Gary Maloney and is collected inside by Rory O'Halloran, and over the bar for the opening score of the match for Carrigaline after 1.5 minutes of play. The puck out for Courceys to be taken by Seamus Hurley. Seamus, who's also the junior custodian, had a very good year last year, both at junior and under-21 level. Gets the ball away up the far side, a race for possession outside, and the ball cleared by Carrigaline corner back Owen O'Mahony, but it's gone out over the line. It's a line ball for Courceys. Midfielder there, Timmy Lorden wearing number 9, placing the ball for David Hayes. David going across to take this one. David had a great year as well last year, and who'll forget the great sideline cut he took against Charleville in the under-21 semi-final, which put his team into the final. Here's this one from David, and it's driven well in. Cross goes Niall Murphy. Niall going down on it. Niall seems to be fouled. Yes, he is. It's a free in, Willie Flynn. pointing for a free. Cornerback Shane Horgan protesting his innocence, but it's a free for Courceys. Courcey mentors there, Michael Roach and Billy Nyan looking on as Niall bends over this one. Sends it in and across, and no mistake from Niall Murphy. He doesn't make many mistakes from these situations. The equalising point for Courcey Rovers after just over 3 minutes of play in the first half.
David, come back more on the room inside the field. Come way back, David. Come back, David.
Billy Nyan issuing the instructions there as Brian Irwin, the goalkeeper, comes with the puck out, dropping over the middle of the field. Anthony Kelly adding to it down into the corner. Race for possession there inside. Adrian Collins gets the better of this one. Adrian collects it very near the line. Hard to see what's going on with the subs, but it's a line ball. It's a line ball there to Courcey Rovers, and centre back Anto Hegarty, wearing the white helmet, coming across to take it. Willie Flynn showing him where it's to be taken from. Anto taking this one. It's a very sharp one. It only hits Kevin O'Driscoll, the wing forward for Carrigaline, wearing number 10. Kevin sending the ball inside, but it's very near the end line as they go across for it. Fullback Gary Maloney collecting it and clearing the ball out the field. It's short clearance. It's collected outside by Carrigaline centre forward Peter Murphy, and over the bar for Carrigaline. Second point. 2 points to 1 for Carrigaline after almost 5 minutes of play in the first half. Another puck out for Seamus Hurley. Seamus with a good long puck again out the far side of the field. Very near the line, goes over the head of Brian Hayes. Added to inside, up into the corner. But wide. A wide ball there for Courceys. On the right. And Brian Horgan for Carrigaline. Hopping the ball in his Hurley. Brian, who also plays in goal for the Carrigaline junior team. Now with the same amount of success as Seamus Hurley, gets the ball out the field, is collected outside by Timmy Lorden and sent back in again. A good ball from Timmy, dropping inside, and they're going for it inside, but the ball going wide. Corner forward David Nolan there, doing his best to touch the ball into the net, but didn't succeed, and it's gone wide on our side here. Brian Irwin coming to take the puck out again as full forward Connie Regan, not happy with the supply that time. Very misty here now in Manan Bridge. Brian Irwin sending the ball back down this side. It's batted away. Collected there by Carrigaline number 9 Anthony Kelly. Hand passed inside. And Peter Murphy, the centre forward, on run, followed by Anto Hegarty. And Peter Murphy sends this one over the bar. Carrigaline have made a good start to this game, leading now by 3 points to 1. After 6 minutes of play in the first half. Seamus Hurley with another massive puck out, dropping way into the half-back line. Carrigaline centre back, racing across for it. That's Padraig O'Driscoll. It goes off Padraig's stick and out for a sideline ball for Courcey Rovers. Kenan O'Brien down in the background with Morgan Horgan, one of the Carrigaline mentors. David Hayes going across to take it, but he changes his mind and goes in towards the goal instead. Niall Murphy facing it as the ball comes across, but only into the hands of Padraig O'Driscoll, the centre back, and Padraig clearing the ball back out into the middle of the field. Seamus Hayes beaten for it there, as is Anto Hegarty. It's collected by Rory O'Halloran. Rory O'Halloran sending the ball inside, and a race for possession. Cork footballer Nicholas Murphy has it. Nicholas takes a look and sends the ball back across the goal, back into the far corner again. Rory O'Halloran going out for it very near the line, being shadowed outside by Patrick Minahan. Gets the ball in over his head very near the line. Peter Murphy beaten by Anto Hegarty. Ball back into Peter Murphy's hands again. He sends it in very low, but a weak shot, and is collected safely by Seamus Hurley. And Seamus Hurley clears the ball well out the field, back out into the middle of the field again. Niall Murphy doesn't get it. Padraig O'Driscoll doesn't get it. David Hayes does. David Hayes getting the ball up the field despite the attentions of Anthony Kelly. Added to inside and dropping into the corner. A race across for it. Donald Toomey sending the ball in, but sending it wide. Another wide, lot of wides for Courcey Rovers in the opening minutes of this game. Haven't got their shooting boots on yet. A little bird tells me that the player in the right corner with the white helmet is David Nolan. If that's the case, I apologise to Donald Toomey for that mistake. The ball back in the middle of the field again with Anthony Kelly. Anthony very near the line, cutting the ball inside. It goes off the hand of Nicholas Murphy. Nicholas racing on for it with Gary Maloney. Anto Hegarty comes across. The ball. Paul Lowe very near the end line. Nicholas Murphy flicks it back inside to Kevin O'Driscoll, the number 10. Kevin has it at the moment, but only back to Nicholas Murphy again, beaten this time by Gary Maloney. Both players on the ground. Of course, he's trying to clear this one. Gary Maloney comes out again, gets the ball further out the field. And Timmy Lorden giving a hand out there and sending the ball back up where it's collected there by John Murphy, wearing number 11 for Courceys. John Murphy sending the ball across to the far side. Tussle for possession there. Carrigaline player tumbling to the ground. Carrigaline full back. Morgan O'Sullivan, Connie Regan protesting his innocence, but Willie Flynn having none of it. And it's a free out for Carrigaline to be taken by Jeff Dillon. Jeff, a good delivery again, way down into the Courceys full back line. Players reaching up for it, and the ball is collected by Carrigaline, number 13, corner forward, Sean Cockery. Sean sends it across, but wide. Carrigaline have had few wides in this first half. Certainly put it up to Courcey Rovers at the moment, but only time will tell how things turn out. Seamus Hurley again, preparing his run for this puck out. Look of concern on Billy Nine's face as the ball goes well up the other side again. A massive puck out again. The centre back and centre forward go up for it. It drops inside. Connie Regan has brought the full back well out the field. Jeff Dillon trying to clear it. Morgan O'Sullivan in his way. Only gets it across as far as David Hayes. David Hayes sending the ball low inside. Here's a chance for Courceys. But again, wastage again by Courcey Rovers. Ball sent wide on the left hand side. Umpire waving his hands there. And Brian Irwin with another puck out. Here comes Brian, dropping down into the half forward line. Tussle for it inside, collected by Kevin O'Driscoll, brother of Padraig, the centre back, and Kevin dropping a good one in, but nobody there for it, and the ball goes wide on the left hand side. 10 minutes of play gone in this, the first half. Plenty action. Score's a bit scarce at the moment, 3 points to 1 the score. And Seamus Hurley with another puck out for Courcey Rovers. Massive puck out again from Seamus, dropping well out the field. Willie Flynn looking on as the ball is collected by the wing forward and sent further up the field. Hard pulling there by the Carrigaline defenders, and the ball is cleared out the far side. A race for possession there, and Seamus Hayes collects it, and Seamus is fouled in the process. Willie Flynn pointing to the spot, and Niall Murphy will come out to take this one. Niall placing this one for Courcey Rovers, taking his time, steadying himself and having a good look. Bending low over it, sending it in, a good delivery from Niall, but uncharacteristically wide on the left hand side. Another wide for Courcey Rovers, their wides tally mounting up. Brian Irwin, Carrigaline goalkeeper, with the puck out, taking his run out and sending a good one down again into the half forward line. As they go up for it, the ball is batted back up the field by Timmy Lorden. It's collected there by Connie Regan, playing way out the field now. Connie sending the ball across to the far side. Padraig O'Driscoll, the Carrigaline centre back, racing across for it, very near the line, over 2 Courcey players in attendance. Gets it back to the corner back, Owen O'Mahony, and Owen O'Mahony sending the ball down into the middle of the field. Good collection there in the middle of the field by Colin Horgan for Carrigaline, but Colin is fouled, and Willie Flynn pointing for a free in to be taken by Colin Horgan himself, wearing number 8, partnering Anthony Kelly there in the middle of the field. 2 junior players for Carrigaline who made a shock exit this year in the junior championship, courtesy of Shamrocks. Makes no mistake with this one. Over the bar, Carrigaline's 4th point. Score now, Carrigaline 4, Courcey Rovers just 1 point to show for their efforts so far after 12 minutes of play. Seamus Hurley's puck out, dropping over on the far side. Hands go up for it. Brian Hayes has discarded the helmet, the ball is sent on inside. Courcey centre forward John Murphy has it, and John getting a knock there and getting a foul for his trouble. Another chance for Niall Murphy. Niall wearing number 12 coming out to take this one. Now it picks a spot just about 20 metres out. Bending over it, should make no mistake this time. Send it in low, but it's gone off a defender's stick. I don't know whether he meant it or mishit it, but it's gone off a defender's stick and out for a 65. David Nolan sending the ball back out the field. And Niall Murphy again will be the man to take this one. Taking his time with the free this time, Niall. Making sure, sends it in. It's a better one, and there's a white flag for Courcey Rovers. Their second point of the game, and Niall Murphy's second point of the game. 4 points to 2 at the moment in favour of Carrigaline. Brian Irwin's puck out. Dropping out round the middle of the field. Timmy Lorden going for it, beating Colin Horgan to it, getting the ball inside into the corner. Backs and forwards coming across with this one. The ball is collected inside by Niall Murphy. He's twisting and turning, sending it across. It's a good one, it's over the bar. Courcey Rovers' third point. Niall Murphy's third point. The score now 4 points to Carrigaline, 3 points to Courcey Rovers. And we have almost 15 minutes play in this, the first half. Brian Irwin waiting for a ball there, gets one eventually to puck it out. The busier of the two goalkeepers now in the last 5 minutes or so. Dropping the ball out into the middle of the field. David Hayes going up for it. It's collected there by the taller Anthony Kelly. Anthony doesn't get it very far, gets it as far as Kevin O'Driscoll. Kevin a high one, a dangerous one dropping in. Seamus Hurley keeps his eye on it. Puts his hand up for it, but it's too high for Seamus and it's gone over the bar. Carrigaline's 5th point. Seamus taking this one quickly. Back up the right wing again. Connie Regan racing out for it with the centre back Patrick O'Driscoll, but the whistle blows. William Flynn running across. Connie adjudged to have been fouled. William placing this one. And Niall Murphy coming out to take it again. Niall delivering a good one in. It's dropping in, but he hasn't found a target this time. It's wide again on the left hand side.
It's up here, well done, Tim.
Come on, Nicholas, come on! Go way back.
One minute, up, Benny.
Ball back in the middle of the field again. David Hayes and Anthony Kelly going up for it. Cleared by Anto Hegarty, but sent back in by Anthony Kelly, collected inside by Nicholas Murphy. Nicholas sending it across, but only as far as David Hayes, who's back covering off. David is on the ground at the moment, and the whistle blows. Willie Flynn adjudges that it's a free for Carrigaline. Another very scoreable position for them. And Colin Horgan wearing number 8 coming across to take it. Colin is just over 20 metres out on the right hand side of the goal, bending over it, sending it across, making no mistake. Another point for Carrigaline. 16.5 minutes gone in the first half. The scoreboard showing the score of 6 points to 3. And Billy 9 still with that concerned look on his face. I'm sure at half time, when he gets a chance to talk to his charges again, that he'd be urging them on to greater things. Plenty time to go yet. Brian Irwin with a puck out on the far side, sending it down into the middle of the field. Dropping into the half back line. Kevin O'Driscoll is beaten for it. David Hayes has it for Courcey Rovers. David going away up the field in a solo run after catching it once. Flicks it inside, a nice ball inside collected by Niall Murphy. Niall Murphy with 2 defenders around him going through, kicks it in low. Brian Irwin has it inside and clears the ball out this side. Despite the efforts of David Nolan, Canon O'Brien issuing instructions there, pointing his finger as Courceys will get the sideline ball and David Hayes going across to take it. Tom Jones down the picture as well. Another great Carrigaline stalwart in the past. Billy 9 going up to issue instructions to David Hayes. David sending this one across. It's gone across the goal mouth. It's collected inside by one of the forwards, but sent wide. Wide on the far side. David Nolan inside. Not happy with that decision. But it's gone wide. And Brian Irwin to take the puck out. 10 minutes or a little more left in the first half. Brian's puck out. Dropping Anthony Kelly going for it, but this time it's centre forward Peter Murphy playing further out the field, sending it up into the corner, collected by his brother Nicholas Murphy, shadowed there by Gary Maloney. Nicholas sends it in. It's collected inside in the corner by Rory O'Halloran and flicked across the goal. Nobody going for it. Seamus Hurley coming out for it and passing the ball out to Anto Hegarty. Anto the centre back, sending the ball back up the field. Collected there. Niall Murphy has it. Niall twisting and turning, sending a good one in. A great ball from Niall, but a tail in it. Gone to the left, gone wide. Brian Irwin watches with relief.
Come out of it, John. Come out of it.
Okay, Pat.
Another puck out from Carrigaline. Of course, he's doing a lot of the pressing now in this last 5 or 10 minutes or so, and the ball is sent inside into Nicholas Murphy. He gets to stick up for it. Gary Maloney again in close attendance. Patrick Minahan getting the ball out the field. Out as far as Seamus Hayes. Seamus flicking it on out. David Hayes trying to collect it. The ball is cleared further up. John Murphy doesn't get it. Timmy Lorden comes across for it. Timmy wearing the number 9. Sending a high one in. It's flicked on. Added to by Connie Regan, but the whistle blows. Willie Flynn awarding the free to Carrigaline. And their centre back, Patrick O'Driscoll, for that one-handed swing by Connie. Patrick hitting this one carefully. Dropping in. Nicholas Murphy, the tall man, going up for it. Doesn't get it. Well policed today by Gary Maloney. That one sent out by Rory O'Halloran. Sent harmlessly wide. Willie Finn there having a chat with Oliver Webb, another Southeast referee of note, and stepping across to have a quick word with goalkeeper Seamus Hurley. And after all that, play will resume. Seamus no doubt has heeded those words of advice as he waits to take the puck out. Just about to start his run. Sends a good one again. Dropping way into the half forward line. Connie Regan trying to make contact, just flicks it on a small bit. Niall Murphy coming across for it. Niall collects it, a good shot from Niall. And no mistake from Niall over the bar. Another point for Courcey Rovers. Courcey's tally and Niall Murphy's tally now up to 4 points, just 2 points behind Carrigaline. 22 minutes gone in the first half. Puck out, dropping and batted down by Timmy Lorden. David Hayes doesn't get it. It's collected there by Carrigaline's number 12. That's Kevin O'Driscoll, another one of the O'Driscoll brothers. Stalemate situation over there at the moment. And Willie Flynn breaks it up very quickly, and it's a throw in. Anto Hegarty pulling for it with Kevin O'Driscoll. Kevin getting the better of it. Gary Maloney again in the thick of things and getting a free for his trouble. And Seamus Hurley will come out to take this one.
There gets scored on the board.
Seamus with a good long run up to this ball. A massive delivery again. This should be dropping into the small square. It's Brian Irwin is watching it. Drops in and it drops wide on the right hand side. Brian Irwin, the goalkeeper there, watching it carefully. Almost 23 minutes gone in this first half here in Manan Bridge. Thankfully, conditions holding up, although we had a few light spatters of rain a few minutes ago. But we'll keep our fingers crossed for the best as play resumes over on the far side. Seamus Hayes took a nasty slap there across the hand. Seamus down on his knees. Willie Flynn going across, pointing the spot where the free for Courceys is to be taken. Thankfully Seamus is back up again in full health, and Anto Hegarty going across to take this one. On Courceys' own 45-metre line. Anto standing over it. Lifting and sending the ball well down the field. Dropping inside again, a tussle for possession inside. Carrigaline cornerback has it. That's Shane Horgan, their number 2, a brother of Colin the midfielder. Shane adjudged to have been fouled this time, and Brian Irwin will take the free on the edge of his own small square for Carrigaline.
Hello, Pat. Yeah, someone walked ahead of the thing, you know. It's 6 points to 4 still.
Up Brian, one of it.
Brian's free is cut out this time by Anto Hegarty, the Courcey Rover centre back. Tussle for possession near the line, and the ball is collected there by Tommy Donald, sending the ball inside, a low ball inside to David Nolan, the other corner forward. Niall Murphy doesn't get it. Carrigaline beating him out the field. Jeff Dillon sending the ball on down as far as one of the O'Driscoll brothers, Brendan O'Driscoll, but is collected and sent back up the field, and Niall Murphy has it, and Niall taking a shot himself, but has drifted to the right and drifted wide. 25 minutes gone in the first half. Plenty action so far, but scores have been hard to come by. 6 points to 4. Brian Irwin. High ball dropping down. Brian Hayes going up for it, and Brian knocking it down with the stick, but very close to the line, but still in play, and he sends the ball inside. It's collected inside by the Carrigaline centre back, Padraig O'Driscoll, and kicked back out the field, but the whistle is gone. And Willie Flynn again awarding a free out to Carrigaline. Just inside their own 45. And Padraig O'Driscoll, one of 3 brothers on the team, sons of Kevin O'Driscoll. Padraig standing over this one. Good clearance from Padraig way down the field. Nicholas Murphy coming out for it, but the ball is collected by Seamus Hayes, and Seamus is going in a solo run. Seamus, who's also an attacker of note, going with this one. Nice hand pass inside to John Murphy, the centre forward. John Murphy has it under pressure, but he sends the ball up into the corner to David Nolan. David, nice back down inside there. Collected, however, by Carrigaline's Jeff Dillon, but it doesn't go very far, only as far as Niall Murphy. Niall Murphy buries it into the net. Niall looked for a moment like as if he was going to pick that one, but he thought better of it and hit it low into the corner. A great score there from Niall Murphy, putting Courceys into the lead. 1-4 to 6 points. Billy Nine, I'm sure, a lot happier with his charges now, calling for attention there in the middle of the field for Brian Hayes, and Willie Flynn speaking to one of the O'Driscolls, Kevin O'Driscoll, warning him about his conduct. And we wait for play to resume with a Carrigaline puck out. Coming up close to half time now. Ball sent out the far side, collected by Jeff Dillon, added to down the field into the corner. Seamus Hayes coming out for it, and Seamus is fouled, and Patrick Minahan leaving it there. Billy Nine again issuing the instructions. It's a free out for Courceys, and Seamus coming back to take it himself, wearing number 5.
Come on, Nolan, get this ball out, come on!
Good ball.
Good free there from Seamus, putting Carrigaline under pressure again. Ball is half cleared out the field by Shane Horgan, but is collected by David Hayes, and David busting his way through 3 or 4 defenders. David is brought to the ground, and it's a free in for Courcey Rovers. Willie Flynn with no hesitation. Good run through there by David Nolan. Willie pointing out the spot, it's only about 20 metres out. David Nolan bringing the ball back for Niall Murphy. What's Niall going to do with this one? Scorer of 1-4 so far for Courcey Rovers. What a valuable player to that club. Niall, no doubt, will wear the other red jersey in years to come. Sending that one in low again, low and hard, and again into the net. It's a goal for Courcey Rovers. Took the Carrigaline defence by surprise there. I'm sure they thought he was going to go for a point. It's 2-4 for Courcey Rovers and Niall Murphy. 6 points for Carrigaline. This match is turned on its head. Carrigaline seemed to be comfortable in the first 20 minutes or so, but Courceys have really taken over here. One-handed pull in the middle of the field, but the ball got out over the line for a sideline ball for Courceys, and Anto Hagerty, the centre-back, going across for it. The scoreboard shows the story, 2-4 to 6 points. Anto's leaving this one. Seamus Hayes decides to take it instead. Of course, his subs looking on there. I'm sure they're all very happy about the way things are going so far. Seamus hits this one. It's a good one. It's sent up, and Connie Regan passing it on inside to Donald Toomey, the corner forward. A tussle for possession inside. Jeff Dillon trying to get it for Carrigaline. Connie Regan trying to get it. Jeff gets it out eventually. Out the far side, but it's sent in just as quickly again. Collected by David Hayes. Defenders around him, but David takes a swing and takes it, and it's over the bar, and it's another point for Courcey Rovers. Plenty of encouragement there from the Courcey's mentors on the sideline, as we have only 20 seconds to go, plus injury time if any, in the first half. Peter Murphy going up for it, doesn't get it, the ball breaks inside. Kevin O'Driscoll trying to get it, Anthony Kelly pushing him out of the way. Anthony Kelly has it, 3 defenders around him. Hits his ball in, but it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. But Willie Flynn saw something wrong there and he comes across. Willie pointing for a free in for Carrigaline. A chance to reduce the deficit a little. Throwing the ball back there to the free taker, Colin Horgan. Colin should score this one. Yes, he does. Over the middle of the crossbar. 2-5 for Courcey Rovers. 7 points for Carrigaline. And according to my watch, half a minute into injury time, Willie Flynn calls for the ball, and there's no more. 2-5 to 7 points in favour of Courceys as they leave the field. Second half coming up shortly.
Here. I'll ring it back again, sir.
We're back for the second half with Courcey Rovers after a slow start, leading by 2-5 to 7 points. All their scores from the stick of Niall Murphy, and they go back into the attack again as the ball goes up into the far corner. And Niall Murphy beaten this time by the Carrigaline fullback Morgan O'Sullivan, but Morgan takes the ball out over the sideline, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Courcey Rovers. Connie Regan thinking about taking it. Brian Hayes there in the foreground, Brian having moved to midfield in a swap with David Hayes in the second half. And this looks like Timmy Lorden to take the sideline ball. It's a good one, dropping down into the corner. They're running across for it, but Carrigaline clear their lines back out again for another sideline, coming closer to their goal all the time. This one is only about 20 metres out. And again, same player to take this one. Good ball in from Timmy Lorden, dropping inside around the goal mouth and dropping over the bar. The umpire raising the white flag, adds to Courcey Rovers' tally, brings their score up to 2-6. Brian Irwin, by far the busier of the two goalkeepers with this puck out. Going up for it in the middle of the field, Peter Murphy doesn't get it. It breaks down to Seamus Hayes, and Seamus with a good clearance, putting his team back into the attack again. Cut out by Carrigaline centre back, Padraig O'Driscoll. Anthony Kelly adding to it and sending it up into the corner. This Carrigaline team looking a bit livelier now after a good lecture from Canon O'Brien, for the want of a better word, at half time. And Colin Horgan going across to take this sideline ball up in the far corner. Ball dropped in around the goal mouth, and a good chance here for Carrigaline, but again the lines are cleared. Gary Maloney and Seamus Hayes clearing the lines, and David Hayes adding to it. Brian Hayes now playing at midfield, sending Courceys back into the attack again, down into the corner. Niall Murphy tussling for it, but the ball is cleared out here near the sideline, collected by Anthony Kelly for Carrigaline and sent back up the field, but more across the field than directly into attack, and Courceys have it again, and it's a free in for Courceys. Now Willie Flynn waves the play on, and O'Hagerty sending the ball in, a high one dropping in round the full forward position. David Hayes goes for it. David shakes off his marker, and he's going through a great run by David Hayes, but a good block down there. A great block down by Jeff Dillon just as David was about to hit the ball, but Courceys have it again in the person of Niall Murphy, and Niall dropping it in. This time it's dropping a bit short, blocked out by the full back, but they're back into the attack again, and Carrigaline cornerback Shane Horgan coming across, two players on the ground with the ball back out in the middle of the field. Brian Hayes doesn't get it, Anthony Kelly doesn't get it, he does it the second attempt. Again a very short puck from Anthony, doesn't go very far. It's collected again out in the middle of the field, and Courceys back into the attack again. David Hayes trying to get it, Connie Regan using his strength inside there, and it's in around the goal now where it's collected by Brian Irwin. Good protection from the backs there, and Brian Irwin hitting the ball out the far side, very close to the sideline, collected again by Anto Hagerty and sent back in by Anto. A high ball dropping in and dropping wide. Courceys putting on all the pressure in the second half. One of the Carrigaline players, I think it's Shane Horgan, looking for a replacement stick as Brian Irwin prepares to take the puck out. Two 6 for Courceys, 7 points for Carrigaline. Ball dropping out and well collected there by Peter Murphy. His brother Nicholas very quiet inside at full forward, not getting a whole lot to do. And this one drops in and over the bar. A good point by Peter Murphy. Point for Carrigaline. Carrigaline score now up to 8 points. Seamus Hurley again with a massive puck out. Connie Regan coming out for it, but Connie's beaten by Padraig O'Driscoll. And Padraig will take the free on his own 45. Now he leaves it there to Colin Horgan, wearing number 8. Colin standing over this one, driving the ball up the field, dropping it into the full forward line. Nicholas Murphy comes out with Gary Maloney, puts up the hand but doesn't get it. Adrian Collins does. Good clearance by Adrian, coming close to the line. Brian Hayes going for it. Brian keep it in play. Brian, who was also a member of the victorious under-21 team last year and played with the junior team as well as he has done this year. It appears the ball had already gone out over the line for a sideline ball, so it's a sideline to Carrigaline. On the Courcey Rovers 45 metre line, the ball is taken, it's collected there by Peter Murphy, slips inside Timmy Lorden, sends the ball in across the goal mouth. It's collected inside by Seamus Hurley, and Seamus clears the ball. Good clearance by Seamus. David Hayes going for it there with Anthony Kelly. Comes to Connie Regan. Connie Regan beating Padraig O'Driscoll. Tussle inside for possession. Niall Murphy trying to get it away, kicking it along the ground, but the ball is cleared by Padraig O'Driscoll. Out as far as Timmy Lorden. Timmy shipping a good challenge there, getting the ball in, dropping it up into the corner. Shane Horgan goes for it inside, and the ball has gone wide. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. Courceys again exerting all the pressure. Thankfully the rain holding off as Brian Irwin pucks out. Brian's puck in the middle of the field. Anthony Kelly and Brian Hayes, David Hayes going in for it. Collected inside by Owen Hayes, and he gets it on to Brian Hayes again, and to Hegarty coming across, and to move up in the centre back position, sending Courceys back into the attack again over in the far corner. Donald Toomey heading through in a good solo run. Great hand pass in there to Niall Murphy, and another one rattles the net for Courceys. Donald Toomey had the legs on Shane Horgan, brought the ball in, hand passed across to Niall Murphy, and Niall makes sure of it, rattles the net for his third goal. Courcey Rovers 3-6, and Carrigaline with just 7 points to show for their efforts. This game has really turned on its head. Carrigaline player there in the middle of the field receiving attention. Referee Willie Flynn looking on. One of the mentors, Bernard Scanlon, doing the needful, and the injured player, Brendan O'Driscoll, back in his feet again. Brendan wearing number 12 with a helmet here in the second half. He discarded it for a little while in the first half, but has it back on again. As we await Brian Irwin's puck out. Billy Nine there must be very happy with his charges at this stage. They started slowly, but they've really taken this game by the scruff of the neck. The ball drops out to Peter Murphy. Peter doesn't get it. He fouls in the process of trying to get possession. And it's another free for Courcey Rovers. Seamus Hayes and Anto Hegarty try to decide between them. Eventually it's Anto who's going to take it. Almost 9 minutes gone in the second half as Anto takes this one. Mighty delivery from Anto, dropping inside, sticks go up for it again. It's collected and struck over the bar. A good point for Courcey Rovers. The dropping ball was batted down by Niall Murphy, and Johnny Murphy, the centre forward, popped it over the bar without any great difficulty. Good score taken by Courcey Rovers as Brian Irwin prepares to take yet another puck out. Ball breaking in the middle of the field to Brian Hayes. Gets it away despite the best efforts of Anthony Kelly. Added to by David Hayes down into the corner. Collected inside again by who else but Niall Murphy. Niall takes one look, takes his shot, and again it's over the bar. Another point for Courcey Rovers. Another point for Niall Murphy. By my reckoning, Niall Murphy has scored 3 goals and 7 points of Courcey's present tally of 3 goals and 8 as the ball drops in the middle of the field and it breaks off the hand of Kevin O'Driscoll. Back to Nicholas Murphy, who's been very quiet in the game, dropping the ball up into the corner. Colin Horgan tried to set his team into the attack, sent in across the goal, but Courcey's coming away with it again. Ball cleared up by Adrian Collins, only as far as Colin Horgan, and Colin Horgan sends it back in, but sends it wide on the left hand side. Seamus Hurley in the goal there, watch it go. Gets the ball from the umpire to take the puck out. Seamus coming with the puck out. Again another very long delivery, dropping over the Carrigaline half-back line, collected there by Brian Hayes and hand passed inside into the corner. And Connie Regan bursting through with this one. Connie sends it in low. David Nolan trying to keep it in play, but it goes off. David sticking out for a wide ball. Let off for Carrigaline. Donald Roach there, one of the selectors. Another very satisfied man at the moment as Brian Irwin prepares to puck out for the umpteenth time. Out again into the middle of the field. Seamus Hayes collects it. Seamus is under pressure, but he's coming away with the ball. Peter Murphy chasing him down the sideline. Seamus still going through. Great solo run there from Seamus Hayes. Brought down, but the referee says play on. The ball is cleared out as David Nolan goes out to collect it. Hurley round David's neck, but he plays on, sends the ball up into the corner. Donald Toomey in the other corner trying to get it, but it comes to one of the Carrigaline defenders, that's Owen O'Mahony. Owen doesn't clear it very far. Of course, he's back into the attack again, but this time it's cleared further out the field, out as far as midfield, and Brian Hayes has it. Brian sends it in, collected by Padraig O'Driscoll, and Padraig O'Driscoll with a long relieving clearance, dropping in near the Courcey goal, but it's cleared out by full-back Gary Maloney, coming very close to the sideline there. Seamus Hayes keeps the ball in play, sending it further down the wing. Brian Hayes adding to it, down into the corner. Another Hayes, David Hayes. David sending the ball across the field as he took a hard knock there. Dropped inside, Niall Murphy doesn't get it. It's collected inside by the cornerback, Owen O'Mahony. Owen trying to get it away, getting help there now from his wing back, who's Anthony O'Leary. Hasn't figured very much in this game. Anthony very annoyed with that challenge. Throws the ball down. Would be well advised not to say too much to Willie Flynn, and I think he's being told so as well. It's a free to Carrigaline, and Padraig O'Driscoll, their centre back, probably one of their better players in the day. Padraig standing over this one. Good puck from Padraig, dropping in again around the Courcey's goal mouth. Well batted out there, but it's collected and it's driven over the bar. A point there for Carrigaline by Colin Horgan. It's Timmy Lorden for Courcey Rovers over on the far side, sending his team back into the attack again. Connie Regan bursting through. Connie has been fairly active in this game, not many scores, but breaks a lot of ball for the other forwards, and one of those forwards now, Niall Murphy, to take this free. It's only about 30 metres out from the Carrigaline goal, should be no problem to him as he stands over it, lifting this one and striking it and putting it over the bar. Another point for Niall Murphy, another point for Courcey Rovers, bringing their tally to 3-9. Carrigaline with just 9 points to show for their efforts. The scoreboard tells the tale.
Alright. Come on, John Moss, come on here, come on.
Hello. Hello. Can I give it
The puck out from Brian Irwin, just beating Brian Hayes there, landing in the middle of the field. Half added to by Peter Murphy, but Seamus Hayes goes back, and Seamus gets in another good clearance. Returned with interest, however, back up the field, and Nicholas Murphy going for it. And Nicholas got a hard shoulder charge there, but the ball fell to Kevin O'Driscoll, and Kevin turns and sends it in, and it's collected, half collected inside, but Gary Maloney somehow gets it away. Colin Horgan now playing inside at full forward, and it's a low ball across from the corner forward, Rory O'Halloran, but the ball has gone wide. A let off for Courceys. After exactly 15 minutes of the second half, with the score remaining at 3-9 to 9 points in favour of the team from Ballinasbittle. They look to be on their way now to retaining the title they won last year.
Come on, face up, Carrick. Come on, lads.
Seamus, on the game, lad.
Another Seamus Hurley puck out over on the far side, gone over the line. Deemed to have gone off a Courcey stick, so it's a line ball for Carrigaline. Short one taken very quickly by the wing back, Anthony O'Leary, and sent back into the attack as Carrigaline come out for Rory O'Halloran, flicks it inside. And David Hayes comes across, and David is fouled as he collected that ball. Throws it down and leaves it for one of the defenders to clear it. And a name going to the book there, William Flynn, the referee, taking the name of Jeff Dillon, the Carrigaline wing back, wearing number 7, as Seamus Hayes stands over this ball and receiving a little help there from one of the Carrigaline players in placing it. Seamus replaces it, however, and standing over it, 16.5 minutes gone. Seamus sends this one, it's a shortish one down into the half forward line. David comes out for it and doesn't get it. Neither does Nicholas Murphy. Nicholas is bundled over by Connie Regan, and Padraig O'Driscoll for Carrigaline will have another chance to relieve the pressure. Padraig again, a good striker of the ball up into the far corner. Rory O'Halloran and Colin Horgan going for it. It breaks inside to Kevin O'Driscoll, but he doesn't get it. It's hand pass back to Kevin O'Driscoll again. He has another chance, but he's well hooked there. And Courceys coming away with it, but breaking it across their own goal. But Brian Hayes is in there in the thick of things. Brian, despite some heavy challenges, gets in his clearance. But Anthony Kelly from Carrigaline collecting a heavy challenge there from the cornerback, Patrick Minahan. And the referee, Willie Flynn, calling Patrick across for a few words. Anthony Kelly still on the ground there as Bernard Scanlon comes out and tends to him. And Willie Flynn is writing an encouraging pat there from Seamus Hayes to Patrick Minahan. And Willie Flynn pointing to the line. A rash challenge there from Patrick, and he pays the price for it as he heads across. Carrigaline mentors there having a word with Patrick. Morgan Horgan obviously not happy with the challenge, but Anthony Kelly is back on his feet again, and it's a free in for Carrigaline with 18 minutes gone in the second half, and the way things are going for them now, they need all the frees they can get. Colin Horgan standing over this one, sends it in and makes no mistake from that range, sends it over the bar, bringing Carrigaline's tally up to 10 points. Courcey Rovers 3 goals and 9 at this stage. Visibility is deteriorating rapidly here now, and I'd say the rain isn't very far off as Padraig O'Driscoll tries to clear this one, but it's driven back into the attack again, up into the corner forward position, and a tussle inside. David Toomey trying to get it, and Shane Horgan trying to get it away for Carrigaline, and there's a bit of a Barney there at the moment. Connie Regan right there in the middle of it, and Willie Flynn picks up the ball and says, lads, we'll sort this one out now, I'll throw this in. And Connie Regan standing in for it there. As the ball is thrown in, he wins possession and wins a free. And Carrigaline defender Shane Horgan not happy with that, but it's a chance for Niall Murphy to stretch Courcey's lead by a point again. And the way Niall is going today, I doubt if he's going to miss this. Blasts it in and blasts it over the bar. 3-10 for Courceys and 10 points for Carrigaline. And even with 10 minutes left in this game, surely it's all over by now. Brian Irwin send it out, and Brian Hayes coming for it. Brian moved to midfield in the second half and has been very active as he sends this one in, and David Nolan trying to get a stick to it but can't. He's under pressure from Morgan O'Sullivan, the Carrigaline fullback. The ball is cleared out as far as Padraig O'Driscoll, probably their best performer on the day. Padraig O'Driscoll send it up into the corner, and it's added to by Anthony O'Leary. And Nicholas Murphy has a chance to put his name on the scoreboard as he drops it in, and it's collected inside, and it's blasted to the net for Carrigaline. A long delivery from Nicholas Murphy, collected inside and blasted to the net. For the record, that goal was scored by Jeff Dillon, number 7, the left half back, and the ball is collected again by Anthony Kelly in the middle of the field, and Carrigaline getting a new lease of life now, send it back in. Jeff Dillon seems to be playing inside in the full forward line. Kevin O'Driscoll getting this one and sending it back across the goal mouth again, and backs and forwards go for it. Nobody in possession as yet. Seamus Hayes trying to come away with it. Carrigaline player lying in the ball on the ground, and a small bit of argy-bargy, but Willie Flynn pointing for a free for Courcey Rovers, and the goalkeeper Seamus Hurley, who's been very quiet in the second half, to take this one with just 9 minutes left in the game. Seamus moistening the hands, and again a massive delivery way down into the Carrigaline full forward line. Tussle for it inside. Brian Hayes in there, Connie Regan in there. Connie has it and he's bursting through and he's gone past 3 or 4 defenders and Connie's still going through, and is this a chance for Connie? Yes it is. Connie gets his name on the scoreboard at last. He sends it over the bar. A good point from Connie Regan. 3-11 for Courceys, 1-10 for Carrigaline. Although in fairness in the run of play, Carrigaline hardly deserved to be that close. As Brian Irwin, their goalkeeper, prepares to take the puck out. Brian getting better distance this time, dropping out to Nicholas Murphy out in the half forward line, and he hand passes the ball across to Shane Horgan, who's gone up into the attack, and Shane Horgan has it over on the far side and he's sending in a low ball. Seamus Hayes doesn't collect it. It's doubled on inside across the goal, across the face of the goal, and touched out for a 65. Billy Nine not happy there with some of the defending and having a discussion with Donald Roach about it as Carrigaline prepare to take this 65, and this centre back Patrick O'Driscoll will be the taker, lining it up with the umpire inside, and Carrigaline trying to press home the attack as he sends it in low. No point in scoring points at this stage. The ball is cleared out however by Seamus Hayes and is collected again and sent back into the attack, and Peter Murphy reaches up for it and Peter has it and he's racing, he lets it across. Oh, a let off there for Carrigaline. A great tackle on Rory O'Halloran as he was about to shoot for another goal, and the ball sent out the far side and over the line for a line ball. A brilliant tackle inside there. I didn't see what defender made it, but a fine tackle just as Rory O'Halloran was about to shoot. The gun cocked, but as he was going to pull the trigger, the ball is cleared. And it's added to down the field by Donald Toomey, who's moved up into the half-back line for that, helping out his defenders. A foul there on Connie Regan, and another free to Courcey Rovers. And who's going to take this one? Nobody in any hurry at the moment. Eventually it's Anto Hegarty coming out to take it. Just 6 minutes left in the game, and Anto standing over this one, lifting and dropping it down into the goal mouth. A tussle for it inside. It breaks to the goalkeeper Brian Irwin. He sends a sharp one out the far side here. It's half collected by one of the O'Driscoll brothers, Brendan O'Driscoll, very close to the line. His pathway is blocked there as the Courcey subs look on, and the ball is sent back in to Connie Regan. Powerfully strong Connie ships another tackle, gets the ball out to Donald Toomey. Donald making an angle for himself. Donald sends it in and sends it over the bar. Another Courcey player on the scoreboard. 3-12 for Courceys, 1-10 for Carrigaline. With just 5 minutes left in the game, tussle for possession up on the far side. Courcey player Aaron Dollive at the moment. I think it's Anto Hegarty. Donald Quinn going in, giving attention. There's a Carrigaline player on the ground as well. Visibility is so poor it's hard to see from here who's involved. Concern for both players there. Carrigaline wing back Owen O'Mahony and Anto Hegarty from Courcey Rovers. O'Mahony back on his feet again, but Anto Hegarty gingerly gets to his feet now. The umbrellas go up as the rain starts to come down. We pray for another 5 minutes. I'm sure Courcey's at this stage not too worried whether the sun is shining or the rain is pouring down, as Anto Hegarty back on his feet. Anto made of tough stuff. Connie Regan taking a swig from the magic bottle, and players running in for the throw in. The ball is thrown in between Kevin O'Driscoll and Connie Regan. Connie Regan wins it and drives it straight away down into the corner. Niall Murphy running across. David Nolan trying to get it. Tussling there with Carrigaline full back Morgan O'Sullivan, and Morgan O'Sullivan winning a free, which will be taken by Brian Irwin, the goalkeeper. In the gathering gloom, Brian drives this one up the field. It's added to inside there and collected by Seamus Hayes and cleared for Courceys. Over near the far side, Nicholas Murphy trying to collect it. Nicholas has had a poor afternoon. And Timmy Lorden leave it after him, but Timmy going back again and placing this one with just 3 minutes left in the game. Timmy gets a good one in, putting his team back into the attack, but Patrick O'Driscoll, the Carrigaline centre back, gets the ball and drives it back up the field. Hard pulling inside, but the ball is collected inside by David Hayes, and David Hayes gets the ball back out the far side, very close to the line, and gone over the line, and a line ball for Carrigaline and Nicholas Murphy. Nicholas, who has moved out from the full forward position. Donald Toomey issuing instructions there as Nicholas sends this one in. And a tussle inside, and Seamus Hayes is on the ground, and a small bit of argy-bargy, getting to know you time. And Willie Flynn calling a few players to him and writing in the book, writing in the name of Rory O'Halloran at the moment from Carrigaline. And Seamus Hayes still on the ground, but I'm sure given a few minutes recovery, Seamus will be alright again. Just 2 minutes left in the game. Willie Flynn gone in to consult with his umpires inside and coming back out to speak to somebody. The umpires, MJ Noonan, wearing the cap, and Willie Flynn coming out and writing in the book again. Name of one of the Carrigaline substitutes, who says, "I did nothing, ref." But I think at this stage the game is well over as a contest, and Courcey Rovers, in the person of David Hayes, to take this free to relieve the pressure, if you could call it that. Maybe it might be taken by Seamus Hurley. Yes, Seamus is the man that comes out to take it. Just over a minute left in the game. Maybe a few extra minutes for injuries. Seamus Hurley driving the ball away down the field, dropping down into the half forward line, where Johnny Murphy, the centre forward, is tumbled over by Brendan O'Driscoll, and Niall Murphy with a chance to add yet another point to his impressive tally for the day. Niall standing over this one. Very valuable player, this player to the Courcey club. Surely one to wear the red jersey in the not too distant future at this grade, or maybe minor, as he sends that one over the bar, and that makes the Courcey's tally 3-13 to Carrigaline's 1 goal and 10 points. Brian Irwin pucky over out delay. Brendan O'Driscoll has it, his way is blocked there, but he's still bursting through. Throws the ball up in the air. It's collected by Jeff Dillon again, the scorer of Carrigaline's goal. But Jeff adjudged to have fouled, and it's a free out. Willie Flynn pointing to the spot. We're 10 seconds into injury time, and Jerry Buttimer's umbrella is getting in our way here in the corner. But I suppose at this stage we won't complain, as Seamus Hurley prepares to take this one. Donald Roach there, one of the Courcey selectors, on the line, a happy man, as the ball from Seamus Hurley drops again way down into the full back line. Johnny Murphy trying to add to it but doesn't succeed. The ball is cleared out the far side, over near the sideline again, collected by Colin Horgan and sent into the middle. Seamus Hayes trying to get it, doesn't succeed. Brian Hayes does. Brian blocks down a Carrigaline shot and sends it down to Niall Murphy. Niall took a bit of a blow there as he struck that one, and out comes Owen O'Mahony for Carrigaline. Owen O'Mahony sending the ball back up the field to David Hayes. David one-handed trying to get it away, 2 Carrigaline men around him, doesn't succeed at the first attempt. Carrigaline still in the attack. Niall Murphy back on his feet again after that knock. and very near the Courcey goal at this stage. Rory O'Halloran from Carrigaline calling for it. It goes over to the far side to Colin Horgan. Colin sending a low one in, and it's blocked down there by Adrian Collins over in the corner and touched out for a 65. Almost 32 minutes of play gone in the second half. That's 2 minutes of injury time. Surely they can't be very much more. And Padraig O'Driscoll with this 65 for a disappointed Carrigaline side drops it in around the goal, and it's gone into the back of the net again. Ball touched in there from Emily in front of the goal. I think it was possibly the stick of Colin Horgan, but there can't be very much more time left. And Willie Flynn putting up his hand for the ball, and it's all over. Courceys are champions of the South East again for 1998 and under 21, and their march for county honours again this year continues. Final score: Courcey Rovers 313, Carrigaline 210.
On behalf of the Southeast Board, it is my present duty to do the honours here today. I would first of all like to congratulate both teams on serving us up with an excellent hour's hurling. As in all finals, there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser, and of course the Rovers continue to be the top dog, so to speak, in the Southeast Under-21 Hurling Championship, and they retained their title here this evening, and I would like to congratulate them very sincerely on it. And as they are the reigning county champions, we would hope that they will go on and retain that title and bring it back to the division once more. I would like to pay a particular tribute to the club for having their field in such excellent condition, and also to William Flynn, the referee, and his team of officials for the efficient handling of the game. As everyone knows, this competition is sponsored by John Carmody and the ONB in Carrigaline. And I would like to thank John and his family for sponsoring this competition, and indeed for the tremendous support John and his family give to the J in the South East Division. So it gives me great pleasure to present the trophy to worthy Courcey Rovers captain, Gary Malone.
That's great, good. No, it's a great honour, lads, to be captain of such a fine team. This is our fourth year now in a row win here, and it's a great honour, lads. And I'd like to thank the team for putting in a great performance, and for great dedication to training down through the year. I'd like to thank our trainer, Kevin Kelly, and our selectors, Kevin Hannon, Billy Nine, and Michael Roach. I'd like to thank Tracton for providing field and having it in such good condition, and William for doing a fine job in the game. And I'd like to thank Carrigaline. They really put it up to us today, especially in the first half and back there in the last 10 minutes in the second half as well. They were a fine team, lads, but this is just our year, and this is going to be hard to stop us. And cheers for Carrigaline, please.
Thank you.